Hello friends, welcome to the Imran Academy. Today I am going to start FSC Part 1 Mathematics Chapter 4, and the name of the chapter is Quadratic Equations. In this chapter we will learn about quadratic equations and how to solve them. How many methods are there to solve a quadratic equation? So a quadratic equation in x variable is an equation that can be written in the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Another name for it is second degree polynomial. Here are some examples of quadratic equations. X square minus 7x plus 10 equal to 0, 6x square plus x minus 15 equals to 0, 4x square plus 5x plus 3 equal to 0, 3x square minus x equal to 0, x square equals 4. Let's solve a question. Solution of quadratic equations. There are three methods of solving a quadratic equation. One is by factorization, two is by completing square, three is using the quadratic formula. Let's solve an example. X square minus 7x plus 10 equal to 0, and I want to solve this by factorization. In factorization, I need to multiply this with this, which is the conventional way, which I get 10x square. Now I just divide this number into two factors. When those factors are added, I get negative 7, and when those factors are multiplied, I get 10x square. So x square can be factored as x into x, and now the only thing that is left is 10. So I can just see 10 10 ones are 10, 2 fives are 10. If I add these two numbers, I get 7. Since I need negative 7, so I put a negative sign here and negative sign here. So the factors that I can get is x square minus 5x minus 2x plus 10 equal to 0. From these two numbers I can take x as a common factor, and from these two numbers I can take 2 as a common factor. So x minus 2, x minus 5 and x minus 2 equal to 0, and x minus 5 equal to 0, x minus 2 equal to 0. So x equals 5 and x equals 2. So solution set is equal to 2 and 5. We can, by the way, we can also solve the same question using another technique. Alternate method. I had the question x square minus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. So I would write the first number, that is x square, and the last number, that is 10 here, and the middle number, I will shift this middle number to this side. Now I need to factor these separately. X square can be factored as x times x. Now I need to factor 10. Here you can use the trial and error method as well. If I use 2 5s are 10, then I will multiply these numbers as well. For example, x will be multiplied by 2 and I'll get 2x. X will be multiplied by 5 and I'll get 5x. 2x plus 5x produces 7x, but I need negative 7x, so I put a negative sign here and a negative sign here, and when I multiply this number with this number, I get negative 2x. When I multiply x with negative 5, I get negative 5x, and that's it. So the numbers in the diagonal are actually my answers. For example, the solution of this equation, or the factors of this equation, are x minus 5 bracket x negative 2 equal to 0. So straightforward factors that you have. So then you can just solve those factors for x. So the value of x is x equals 5 and x equals 2. So this is the answer to the problem. Okay. This method is also sometimes we were using the factorization method. Which is also called mid-term breakage. So it's a mid-term breakage method as well called. Let's move to the next technique. The next technique is completing square method. So in completing square method, let's see how we use this method. Take another example. For instance, example 2. X square plus 4x minus 437 equals to 0. So first of all, x square plus 4x equals 437, taking the constant number to the other side. Then make sure that there is no number other than 1 as a coefficient of x square. So here only 1 should be present here. The second step is just divide this number by 2, and whatever number comes, take its square and add on both sides. So adding 2 square on both sides like this, and this becomes a whole square, taking the first number from here, taking the sign from here, taking the second number from here and putting parenthesis. So this is the whole square. 437 plus 4, it becomes 441. Now taking square root on both sides, so these are the answers to the problem. So solution set is -23 and 19. So this was another way of doing the question. And lastly, we have a quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. And this formula can be just produced by solving standard quadratic equation with the help of completing square. Like this. So it becomes x plus b over 2a whole square. Now taking the square root on both sides, so x is equal to negative b over 2a, b square minus 4ac over 2a, or minus b plus minus under root